HSF has you covered to make sure you look your best for Valentine's Day.
But before you call that special someone, they may have a new area code. Humber News starts now.
Hello, it's Thursday, February 14th. Welcome to Humber News, coming to you from the Broadcast Center here at the North Campus. I'm Helen Surgener. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Marco DeMeo. Ahead on our show, we have all your news and sports highlights, as well as your 5-day weather forecast. But first, our top story.
Humber staff met Wednesday to debrief about last Friday's snow day. Many students and teachers woke up early Friday morning, waiting for Humber's decision to close the school. The school's website said the weather announcement would be made by 6, but the announcement was made after that. Humber reporter Julia Frazina has the story.
Humber College made a decision by 6:35 a.m. to close the school, but it wasn't posted till 6:45 a.m. Technical difficulties with Humber's website meant many got the news after that time, but some students made the decision to come to school earlier. Post-secondary schools like Mohawk and Centennial College and Ryerson and York University made the announcement to shut the school before Humber. Seneca College made the announcement after Humber. Others such as George Brown and Durham stayed open. Humber's Department of Public Safety website says the decision to close Humber prior to day classes starting will be reached and communicated by 6 a.m. Associate Director of Public Safety Michael Kopanak says he was not aware that this was on their website and says that the policy is conflicting with their current operations and that the information will need to be taken down immediately.
A decision to close Humber prior to day classes starting will be reached and communicated by 6 a.m. I don't like that. I don't like that for a couple of reasons. I think it's very difficult to put a timeline on this stuff. And so that, if it's not down now, we'll be down by the end of the day.
Kopanak says yesterday's debrief was a good way for Humber's staff to find better ways to get the message out about snow days earlier.
Certainly also what came through loud and clear is that, we really do need to look at trying to make the decision earlier.
Humber's Vice President of Academics, Michael Hatton, says travel safety is the primary concern for when making the decision about closing the school due to snow conditions.
Sometimes the snowstorms are very, very different in Orangeville, where we have a campus operation, than they are in Etobicoke. So we encourage people first and foremost to make a decision based upon their personal assessment of their conditions.
Although it may be a challenge for many schools to make decisions about closing because of the weather, if you feel your commute is unsafe, you have to remember your safety is first. Julia Frazina, Humber News.
A Toronto man is seeking justice after claiming he was threatened by an OPP constable. Jagdish Turbani says Constable Ludgero Kaff threatened to sexually assault him with a sex toy when he went in for fingerprinting last March. Turbani filmed the incident with a spy pen. In the video, a man appears on the corner of the screen holding what looks like 2 sex toys. Kaff was charged by the province's Special Investigation Unit for uttering threats, but the Crown dropped the charges earlier this month. Turbani now says he will sue the OPP.
Hold on to your beloved 416 and 905 area codes because there's barely any left. The Telecommunications Alliance has announced that as of March 25th, Toronto and the GTA will have 2 new codes. The Alliance says once Toronto's 416 and 647 run out, the number 437 will be issued. And in the Greater Toronto Area, the popular 905 and 289 will be joined by 365. The decision to create the new numbers was made by the Canadian Radio, Television and Telecommunications Commission. 3 years ago, it was estimated that Toronto's surrounding suburbs would run out of numbers by 2014.
Woodbine Entertainment Group says it's cutting over 100 salaried jobs. The horse racetrack operator says the cuts will be made at the Woodbine and Mohawk racetracks. They also say a significant number of hourly jobs will be slashed. The company says the move is being made in response to a drop in sales and the provincial decision to no longer share some slot machine revenue with the tracks. About 3,000 of the slot machines at Woodbine currently belong to the Ontario Lottery and Gaming Corporation.
A 17-year-old boy being charged with manslaughter is scheduled to appear in court next week after appearing for a bail hearing yesterday morning. The boy can't be named according to the Youth Criminal Justice Act. He is charged in the death of St. Aubin Rodney, whose identity was released last night after being under a publication ban.
HSF is getting students into the festive feeling of Valentine's Day today. Professional makeup artists and barbers join HSF in the Student Center, offering students their complimentary services. People were already lining up at 11 this morning to get a full face makeup demonstration. The artists who are using MAC products are sharing their tips for the perfect Valentine's look. Men can also go down as barbers are on site, head and face trimming. And if you forgot to get your loved one a gift, HSF has you covered, handing out free roses.
When we come back, we'll have more news from Canada and around the world. Daniel Bazzelli will have your sports update, and Ryan Sondercook will have the weather forecast.
Don't get too used to the warmer temperatures just yet. We'll have a return of the white stuff later today, then it just keeps getting colder coming into the weekend. I'll have all the details of your 5-day forecast after the break.